Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. Today is October the 30th. I'm going to do your Just for Today in a meditation. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let me repeat that, recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and get into our meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. I am. All right. Oh, this should be good. Courage. Our newly found faith serves as a firm foundation for courage in the future. Our newly found faith serves as a firm foundation for courage in the future. Basic text 96. Narcotics Anonymous is no place for the faint of heart. Facing life on life's terms without the use of drugs isn't always easy. Recovery requires more than hard work. It requires a liberal dose of courage. What is courage anyway? A quick look at a dictionary will tell us. We have courage when we face and deal with anything that we think of as difficult, dangerous, or painful, rather than withdrawing from it. Courage means being brave, having a purpose, having spirit. So, what is courage really? Courage is an attitude, one of perseverance. I like that. Powerful. That's what an addict in recovery really needs, perseverance. We make that commitment to stick with our program, to avoid using, no matter what happens. A courageous addict is one who doesn't use, one day at a time, no matter what. And what gives us courage? A relationship with a higher power gives us the strength and the courage to stay clean. We know that so long as we are in our God's care, we will have the power we need to face life on its own terms. Just for today, I have a higher power who cares for me no matter what. Knowing that, I will strive to have an attitude of courage today. Beautiful. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer, please. Moment of silence. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Please and thank you. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I like the topic. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts about it. I wonder what you're thinking about it. I have a lot of thoughts about it in regards to courage, and it basically meaning that we're facing things that we consider difficult, dangerous, or painful. And instead of withdrawing from them, we face them. It means that we're being brave, having a purpose, having spirit. We know the difference when someone is cowardly versus courageous, right? We definitely know the difference when we see it. However, here's the thing. What if the wisdom to know the difference, right? The wisdom to know the difference means that you have an understanding when and when you should not apply courage. Courage in the face of a gun is futile, right? We, generally speaking, can't outrun a bullet. So being courageous and someone is saying, give me all your money, what can you do with that? that's in my purse or my wallet, my ID. By the time you're able to take it and use it to your benefit, I will have shut it. If I'm alive, I will have shut it all down. So courageous in the face of that is not, that's not perseverance. That's not what we're talking about. The wisdom to know the difference is what we need, because that will give us direction about when to be courageous and when not to be. When it is an attitude that we need to have. Courage is more than just action. It is an attitude, one of perseverance. And that is what we should be examining with this meditation today. Do I persevere in the face of difficulty, in the face of danger, perceived danger? Do I push through when I feel that a circumstance is a little bit difficult for me? Because my definition of danger is not, in this setting, is not facing a gun, looking a barrel down, looking down a barrel. That's not my definition. But danger sometimes could be that I have to pass through a certain area to get to the other side so that I can get to where I'm supposed to be. And I need to use precaution. I can't run through all the all the stoplights. I can't run the stoplights at all, right? I have to do the speed limit. But I may not be comfortable traveling through a certain area of Chicago to get to a funeral that is important. I may not want to park my vehicle in a certain place so that I can attend that funeral, but I need to, because that's the established parking. So it takes some courage sometimes to face even dangerous situations that we perceive are dangerous. Not life threatening, dangerous. Let me be clear about that. And so this ideal of courage and perseverance, I just want to say there's a time and a place for it always. But if you don't have the wisdom to know the difference, you might misapply this spiritual principle of perseverance, of being courageous, of having courage. So this is the type of conversations that we need to be having with one another. This is the kind of discussion that is appropriate with your network, your sponsorship group. These are things that we need to talk about. When we say the serenity prayer, what are we praying? And when the wisdom comes for us to know the difference, do we have acceptance that we're not even being called upon to persevere through a situation that is out of our control to even, we need some acceptance? Do we even know the difference? And that's why that prayer is a beautiful one. The wisdom to know the difference. Because if you don't know the difference, you will misapply the spiritual principle of courage, perseverance, and acceptance, and find yourself still in a rut, finding yourself still in situations that are not beneficial for you spiritually. And I don't want that for you. Because I know that I have a God that cares for me. I know that you have a higher power that cares for you no matter what. And that knowledge alone will help you to strive to have the attitude of courage today. But please, please, please also ask for the wisdom. You need that wisdom to know when it's appropriate to have it and when it's not. Everything has two sides, remember? Everything has balance. And our goal in recovery is to know the difference. To have it, if we don't have it, to develop it. It's like being married. Okay, so you're going through a rough spell. But why are you going through a rough spell? Or you just want to shut everything down and find someone else because you've had too many rough spells? Have you applied that serenity prayer to it? Do you know when you need to have some acceptance that this is a no go relationship? Or do you know when you need to have the courage to change the things that you can, your own behavior? Maybe your own behavior will help them to change their behavior. If they see you give a little, compromise a little, maybe they'll be willing to give a little, compromise a little. But if you don't have the wisdom to know the difference, then what are we talking about here? I want you today to start analyzing with someone that you trust this concept of courage and perseverance. Ask them, have you seen me be courageous recently? If so, when? Have you seen me persevere? If so, when? Have you seen me do it at times when you thought, man, I wish he wouldn't, I wish he wouldn't hold on to that. He needs to let that go. Have you seen times when I misapplied courage or perseverance? Maybe you don't have anyone you can ask that question to, but you can ask yourself and be truthful about it. I mean, no one's going to grade you on this just for today. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you. I'll be talking to you tomorrow. I want you to have a beautiful day on purpose.